Well, we had a political crisis the last 5 years, and it's obvious that we need a constitutional reform and probably a better recognition of the national identity of Catalonia. But today it's a sad day for Catalonia. We saw a unilateral declaration of independence without legitimacy, and this point will jeopardize our self-government and is damaging clearly our economy and our coexistence in Catalonia.
Your socialist members of the regional parliament walked out rather than take part in the vote. Why?
Because we are trying to explain that it's not with the lack of legitimacy in all of this process. Though. We saw a unilateral declaration of independence with 70 seats out of 135 seats. The last polls of the Catalan Institute about what the Catalans think, it was only the 30% they are in favor of this kind of move, unilateral declaration of independence. And we saw in the referendum 2 million of voters, but in favor of the independence, 2 million of voters out of 5.5 million. As we see, we have a political crisis, but it's not only the problem that we don't have constitutional umbrella or this move was illegal. The problem is without a real support, a real majority behind this movement.
Socialist Party in opposition in Madrid, but it backed the implementation of Article 155. For you, how should direct rule be implemented?
Well, first of all, we think the Article 155 is a political failure. It's extreme use of this article. But this article, we can find it in other constitutions, in the Italian constitution, Portuguese, or the German constitution. And this article should be used only to be sure that the constitutional order prevail and then call for snap elections in Catalonia. And after this, have a real and honest political dialogue, and after constitutional reforms and probably a referendum across Spain, or maybe in Catalonia, to talk about a new constitutional order, recognizing a better recognition of the reality of Catalonia, but with consensus in Catalonia, because this is the main point.
Is it possible to have that cool-headed conversation, or has it now just gone too far?
Well, after we will have this conversation. The point of today is the political problem was there yesterday, but now we will have the political problem of yesterday and the problems of today made by one decision, this extreme decision, like a unilateral proclamation of independence, with obviously consequences on the courts. And this is something that we are trying to explain. We were working a lot in Catalonia for call for snap elections and have a real and honest dialogue. Because this is the main point. This is not a conflict between Catalonia and the rest of Spain. This is mainly a conflict between Catalans.